Chirot, Creative Director, Willamar Art Program, Senior Journalist, Mr. Sudhakaran, Head of Communications of Chitravathi Center for Creativity, and Mr. Bivesh, HOD of Chitravathi Center for Creativity. We welcome you, sirs and madam. Your presence has set in an aura of festivity. Knowledge is limited, imagination encircles the world, said the legendary scientist Albert Einstein, underscoring the height of imagination that children possess. It is imagination which opens the door of knowledge that we want to bring into play for the students' future, besides offering them a sense of direction. Vellamal conceived the idea of Chitravathi to chisel those astounding imaginations of children and transform those reflections into realistic expressions. When it was started 10 years ago, the vision was clear: to support, encourage, and nurture the talents of young people with a passion and aptitude for creative arts. Vellamal is truly unique in its approach to education, with performance, production, creativity, and excellence play at the very heart of the curriculum. Hymns can lift our spirits, give us courage, and move us to the righteous action. They can fill our souls with heavenly thoughts and bring us a spirit of peace. I now request everyone to stand in reverence for the prayer song. Continue to stand for the lighting of the lamp ceremony. The light of the lamp is a symbol of hope, peace, and prosperity. Let us now invite the dignitaries to light the lamp. seated. Welcoming the guest in a manner most pleasant is an art. Welcome is a matter of honor, not only for those who are welcomed, but also for those who welcome. I now request Principal TVIS, Mr. Sunny Kama, sir, to welcome the gathering. Please, sir.
Honorable Chairman, sir, respected Chief Guest, respected dignitaries on and off the dais, parents, teachers, and my dear students, I wish you all a spectacular evening to witness the celebration of glorious 10 years of Chitravathi Center for Creativity. At the outset, I would like to say how pleased and honored we have been to have you all adorn our historic celebrations. It is indeed a very special day in the annals of VKP to witness a grand gathering of illustrious guests on the stage. We are fortunate enough to have Professor Dheeraj Kumar, Founding Director of National Institute of Design, Bhopal, a dynamic personality who has an impressive track record of establishing and leading design institutions with his visionary and progressive mindset. Professor Kumar's expertise extends beyond academia. He leverages his extensive knowledge in design education to create meaningful social impact. Sir, we are indeed elated to have your presence and extend a very hospitality welcome to you. Your presence here today inspires the entire Velamal community. Let me extend a very warm welcome to respected Director Sir and Ma'am. We are driven by your long-term visions and raise our bars and attain them every passing year in all our fields. I sincerely welcome you, Sir and Ma'am. I also cordially welcome Mr. Murali Chirot, Creative Director, Velamal Art Program. Mr. Murali Chirot is a visual artist by profession and an educationist by passion. He has won several awards and scholarships and over the years has exhibited over 100 significant shows across the globe. His works are in several private collections in Japan, France, Canada, Thailand, Holland, and India. Sir, we heartily welcome you, sir. Let me accord a genuine welcome to Mr. Sudhakaran, the Head of Communication, Chitravathi Center for Creativity. Mr. Sudhakaran is a senior journalist, writer, and translator who have worked with reputed newspapers including Times of India and the New Indian Express. Welcome you, sir. Our cordial welcome to Mr. Jayachandran Palaji, founder and artistic director of Attakkalari Center for Movement Arts. He is an internationally sought-after dancer and choreographer at the forefront of the contemporary Indian movement. This man has talents that has undertaken exhaustive researches, presented papers and delivered lectures on performing arts in many parts of the world. Sir, we are indeed delighted to have you and your team. We welcome you and your team on this special occasion, sir. My sincere welcome to Mr. Bivish, HOD of CCC. I also extend a warm welcome to all my colleagues, parents, and students. Velamal aims to use the wider possibility of art as a tool to cultivate original vision among the young generation to make them future ready with required skills and ability. By integrating art into education, we are trying to develop the students' cognitive and mega-cognitive abilities through Chitravathi Center for Creativity, and we are here celebrating its glorious 10 years. I am sure this evening is going to be a great session for every one of us and an everlasting impression in all our minds. I take this opportunity to welcome each one of you once again on this very important occasion. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Honor is a good brooch to wear in a man's hat at all times. I now request a benevolent director, ma'am, to do the honors. Please, ma'am. And I request the most respected chief guest to receive the honor. Please, sir. you, sir and ma'am. Every job is a self-portrait of the person who did it. He autographs his work with excellence. These words of Jessica Gudabono are apt to our benevolent Director Academics, ma'am, who not only autographs her work with excellence, but also makes her team to do so. Ma'am, I request you to step forward and deliver the presidential address. Please, ma'am.
Good evening, everyone. It's been a while for me. First, I would like to thank God Almighty on this blessed occasion, because 10 years has been a beautiful journey and experience for all of us here. So, first and foremost, all glory to God for bringing us all together on this beautiful day. I would like to thank all those who have involved in this 10 years of journey, including our art department, HODs, our mentors, sir, and all who have been part of this journey and has made us work towards this day. Thank you so much. I welcome all the dignitaries on the dais, all our kaleidoscopic team who have come here to perform in front of our students and entertainers. Thank you so much. 10 years of Chitravathi Center for Creativity marks an eventful journey filled with growth and transformation. Initially established as a platform to teach art to our students, it has now evolved to a pioneering model of art-integrated education across the country. This unique institution under Velamal Knowledge Park is dedicated to art-integrated learning, aiming to enhance the insight and abilities of young students to better understand every subject with mindfulness. Over the years, Chitravathi has established itself as a creative think tank, and as a team, we embark on a new trajectory guided by our philosophy of making positive impact on humanity. As we celebrate our 10th anniversary, we take bold steps that will have far-reaching implications in the field of education. In addition to art, we have a series of socially committed projects in the pipeline. One such project is Project Kudineer, launched by Dr. Rajendra Singh, a well-known man as the Waterman of India, who has dedicated his life to water conservation. We strongly believe that as the values of education continue to evolve, we must adapt and expand into new areas, emphasizing the importance of art in education. In the coming weeks, we will be announcing more programs, not only in this campus, but across all our campuses, establishing our presence as a creative think tank. The journey of Chitravathi Center for Creativity has been remarkable, and we eagerly anticipate the future as we continue to push boundaries, inspire a new generation of creative thinkers. Once again, I take this opportunity to thank each and everyone who's made this day possible. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. So many occasions, big or small, call on us to provide words of wisdom, compassion, or inspiration to say just the right thing at just the right time. We are very much honored to have our most respected chief guest, Professor Dheeraj Kumar, founding director NID Bhopal, a highly motivated and dynamic design professional who has established himself as an expert in design and has honed his skills as a design leader. He strives to unleash creativity in individuals and endeavors to shape the future of design education in India and beyond. Sir, we are very much delighted with your presence and request you to take in the hands of your audience with your inspiring words. Please, sir.
Thank you. Respected members on and off the dais, and respected Madam Sashi Kumar ji. and the entire team of Chitravathi Center for Creativity for having completed 10 years. And my dear students, I think you are the reason why I definitely decided to come. Normally it's very difficult to, come out of your day-to-day schedule and all that. But when it is for students, any and every educator would want to come and interact with them. I had a wonderful opportunity to interact with small team of some of the students who wish to make career in creative education. And believe me, I think it was a learning opportunity for me. I don't know how much they learned from what I would have answered to their queries, but mostly I think they taught me a lot about how this generation thinks. And I'm very happy to see, because I keep interacting with a lot of school students in my job and try to understand that what are their aspirations, what is their expectation from institute like NID, and the kind of maturity some of the students demonstrated, who interacted with me. I have not seen it with any other institute. And I personally feel that the entire credit goes to the entire team behind it. And I think that is one of the biggest reasons why we all are here today. See, I think this is something which we often discuss in design. If you look at any other profession in the world, the approach is top to down. The top management or the boss will say something and then it percolates down to the last person. But most of whether it is government, whether it is any organization, anything, but most of the policies are made for the masses. And at NID and in design education, we believe that the approaches should always be bottom up. If we can start with the base, which is the largest mass of people, whether it is students, whether it is society, it's very easier to develop. So when we make any policy, anything, we try to bring it from the bottom up. And I could witness that happening here at Wellamil School. Another very interesting observation which I had, I think morning I had a fantastic discussion, very long rather breakfast meeting with the director, Mr. Sashi Kumar, and I could see that he demonstrates a very unparalleled leadership and vision. I don't remember he would have asked anything which had no center on his students' welfare and development. That's where, somewhere on those lines, and with my various interactions with Mr. Murali, I could firmly pick up one thing, that I think your education, your school is at a very leadership role right now. And I see that I think in years to come, you will definitely be one of the most sought after learning center for the elementary school. Why I'm saying it is, I have been part of the task force of new education policy. I think all of you would have heard about it or maybe read something about it in newspaper. Last week, I had an opportunity to be in the President House, where all the 162 vice chancellors of public funded institutions and the directors, they were there. Because these institutions' top boss is the President of India. So every year we have a seminar. So this year the focus was very simple: how to implement national new education policy. Because I think new education policy talks about something which is very revolutionary, where one of the most fundamental recommendation of this new education policy is that creativity should be the way of any learning. And I'm very happy to witness it here. That's why I said that you already are ahead of any other institute in this entire country, because I have not seen this happening with many institutes. So I think a big round of applause for the entire team, because you will see that what is the benefit of you studying here today. Because when you will go out somewhere through this, Chitravathi Center for Creativity, you would have experienced some sort of creative expression in your own ways of thinking. So that's one of the most important things. Creativity is something which has helped any nation progress faster. If we try to, go back in time, around 1947, when India was freed from, more than 100 years of colonial rule, the most important challenge at that point of time was the determination of the leadership at that point of time. That what kind of foundation we should lay, or what kind of seeds we should sow so that this country, flourishes. And within, I think, less than a decade, we had the IITs, AIMS, IIMs, all these NIDs, all these institutes came into existence because the then leadership realized that the education is the only catalyst which can bring back India to its own glory. So I really don't know how many of you really know that, what was India's position before the colonial era. The global economy share of India before colonial rule was 25%. And when they left, it was 2%. So that was the kind of depletion which happened. So the biggest challenge was how this 2% can be upscaled, how people should gain the confidence back in themselves, how the economy can sustain itself. So recently we have seen that a lot of positive trends have started happening in last 10-15 years. And today our size is 7.2% share, which is quite good. And government is trying to, make it a 3 trillion economy by 2030. So that's where I think all of you will play a very big role. And a creative mindset will analyze and apply in whatever profession you are in a manner which will help this nation grow faster. So that is what I really expect each one of you to be embarking on as a journey for life, which will fulfill your aspirations as well as your nation's aspirations and expectations. And the way I think I have experienced your Vellamil community, I think you will have a fraternity for life. You will leave this institute after 12th, but they will stay connected with you and they will help you further grow in life. So I think, morning I was told that you already have more than in couple of lakhs your graduates, working in very prestigious positions. So you will be part of that community. Today, I think some of the batchmates, they were asking questions about how the learning environment should be. What can be done to make this environment even more better, that they learn more effectively and efficiently. To me, believe me, when I was of your age, it was unthinkable. We were so contented with whatever school we were in, but this sort of maturity and fearlessness, this comes because you are mentored very, very well. So I think keep doing that. Learn from these few students I have interacted with, to be fearless, to ask questions, and to have some sort of idea about how the future should be. So that is something which I really feel we should be doing. Another thing which often I tell your generation is, because I think we live in a time of technology where, without knowing, we really don't know when technology starts controlling us. So that is at times very difficult, because I have seen you take away the cell phone from a kid, they start becoming restless. The parents finds it very difficult to deal with that. So please find for yourself, find time for yourself. And secondly, travel, observe. Because what life teaches you and what seniors in your life teaches you, that cannot be replicated back into the classroom. So I think these suggestions. And in design education, because since I represent my institute here, so I'll quickly try to capture a little bit about what and how design education operates and how NID is different from any other institution. So NID is quite synonym to design education in India. Way back in 1961, the foundation of design education was laid as a small project to advise government on how design should be for India. And initially, there was a lot of traction with the international design fraternity, where either they came or the initial team, they traveled back to the various studios in the world to understand how design is. Then slowly, the academic program came into existence. So initially, one report by Charles and Ray Eames, they were very prominent American designers. They were invited on the request of then Prime Minister. They submitted a report called India Report. And in India, before publishing that report, they traveled thoroughly length and breadth of the country to understand that what should be the flavor of design education in this country. And amongst many other recommendations, they picked up a very interesting metaphor. I really don't know whether you know the term called lota. Lota is a small pot in which you fill the water, which is having a reverse contour of the hip of a woman. The whole product came into its that reality because of the complete understanding of the product with the body. So they said, I think this should be the flavor of design in India. So which basically means that you understand your surroundings, you understand your culture, you understand how culture evolves. So from there the legacy began, and now in 2014, 4 new NIDs came into existence. So I'm heading one of that. And now I think we have more than 2,000 plus design institutions in the country of different size and scale, private and public funded. So it's fairly a well-evolved sector and field. So in design education is distinguished by 2-3 important things. One, the learning is very unstructured. You don't have a classic textbook situation in design. You have a lot of reference material, like you have a library as a wealth where you can see body of work of various designers, but you don't have anything like a textbook. A teacher enters with a subject and he teaches that. So the teachers in creative education are the practitioners themselves. They themselves should know how to design. So a designer cannot be somebody who just thinks or who just reads and articulates. So that is one of the most important thing in design education. Another is very interesting thing, like failures. Like if any other discipline, if you don't succeed to achieve what you intend to, you feel or you get rejected by the community. But in design education, it doesn't happen. We celebrate the failure also. We try to look at where that failure can fit in. So that is another important dimension of it. And third, amongst many other important thing, is how do you connect the people? How do you understand the people? So a concept of empathy. Empathy is, can I think by considering the person for whom I'm designing, that what kind of life he's living in and all that. So designers make that thing, that consideration. So you will see most of the designers, they will go and engage with community to understand and develop a deeper empathy and understanding about that audience, and then, talk about it. So this is what is, what and how design education operates. So I'm really very happy to be here, and the way the band was playing, the choir was singing, I think it's something which is phenomenal. So only one suggestion, ma'am. Recently when I was in President House, the live band played the national anthem. So we really liked that. Normally there is a recording or something, or people sing. So since you have a band, probably that can become a culture here. Because that is very unique to very few institutions only. So that is one suggestion I make here. And I'm very happy to be here. And thanks a lot for having me here and inviting me over. And have a good day.
Thank you, sir, for your pearly words. Art is an effort to create. Art is not what you see, but what you make others see. Chitravathi Center for Creativity is creativity and bound with the mission of taking the aesthetic and intellectual capabilities of the students to a higher pedestal, thus molding future-ready citizens through innovative interventions. Chitravathi reflects the vision and mission of well-known group of institutions which thinks ahead of others in redefining education in accordance with the changing times. The school believes that the right environment ignites the creativity in a child, leading to real enlightenment, which is the road to success beyond material gains, because the focus is on multidimensional development of every student. Let me now invite Mr. Bhavesh, the head of department for the Chitravathi, for a brief report on Chitravathi Center for Creativity. Please, sir.
Respected dignitaries on the dais, my dear colleagues, students and everyone present at this gala ceremony. Standing here, my heart is filled with memories of a humble journey that began in 2013, when our Honorable Director, Sri M.V.M. Shashikumar Sir, had a discussion on art as a tool for education. It was a novel idea that resulted in the concept of Chitravathi, which was inaugurated by renowned Indian artist Sri Totsky Marudu. Though it started as a small center under the umbrella of a large organization, we were able to establish its own identity. The cultural scenario that led to the establishment of Chitravathi is also part of Indian art history, its tradition and the struggles against some conventional ideas in art education in India. When the British started 4 art schools in India, namely the Government School of Arts in Madras, Calcutta School of Art, Sir J.J. School of Art in Mumbai, and the Lucknow College of Art and Crafts, the mode of teaching was more British in nature and promoted skill-level education. Ignoring the power of imagination in the scenario, there was resistance as well, including from E.B. Howell, the renowned British art historian, art educator, and principal of the Calcutta School of Art. However, a major movement against the approach was the establishment of Shantiniketan, which focused on the importance of art in personal development. It believed in the strength of imagination and the significance of creative development from our own soul. This piece of art history has played a crucial role in shaping the essence of Chitravathi, which places emphasis on mindful learning and harnessing the power of imagination. From the outset, we focused on organizing interactive sessions and implementing art engagements, including large-scale installations and other creative works that garnered public attention. Apart from the classes to the students, we also provide training to the teachers as well to take our mission forward. Furthermore, with the introduction of the National Education Policy, we seized the opportunity to pioneer unique projects that embodied the concept of art-integrated learning, even when it was still in its early stages in the country. Into this, we adapted our curriculum and engaged renowned scholars in art and education as residents, allowing their expertise and vision to shape the mode of teaching and the learning process. This had a profound impact on Chitravathi, expanding its artistic vocabulary and enhancing the pedagogical approach. These interactive and creative interventions also provided an interface between the educational system and the public. In the early years, we successfully organized art shows to showcase the talent of our children. We held a significant art exhibition, Chitravathi, commemorate the centenary of Tagore's Gitanjali at the Lalit Kala Academy Regional Center, Chennai, inaugurated by the renowned artist Sri Alphonse Aruldos. We express our gratitude to the guidance provided by eminent artists, including Sri R.M. Palaniyappan, Sri T.V. Santosh, Shijo Jacob, Sarada Nadarajan, among others, and the talk by curators and the academicians, including Joni Amal and Ms. Anila Mabel Manohar, Director, NIF, Chennai. Well-known artists such as T.M. Assis and Blaise Joseph, who are also dedicated educators, collaborated with us to explore different artistic mediums. Furthermore, a significant shift in our art-integrated learning initiative occurred during the COVID-19 pandemic. While many institutions grappled with uncertainty, Chitravathi introduced the concept of school to home. Through interactive exercises, the home environment became an active and integral part of the learning process. This not only brought the community together, but also reflected the pedagogical philosophy of the likes of Brazilian educator and philosopher Paulo Freire. When we embarked on a remarkable interactive art project titled Recreate or Revisit a work of Raja Ravivarma, a modern Indian master painter, as a creative assignment for our students, which breathe new life into their creative spirits. In addition to many such projects, we were privileged to engage globally renowned personalities from various countries for our online interactions. Moreover, we organized a series of talks called Poneri Art Talk, featuring eminent personalities such as Nilima Sheikh and Pushpamala. Furthermore, distinguished artists and practitioners led various online workshops too. Notably, we had the honor of hosting eminent personalities including Bhaskar Shamajari, President of the Kochi Binale Foundation, E.P. Unni, Chief Political Cartoonist of the Indian Express, Sudarshan Iyengar from the former Vice Chancellor, Gujarat Vidyapith, and Shuman Das Gupta, art historian from Kala Bhavana, Shantiniketan, Arun Desai, a paper engineer, Jayachandran Palaji, founder of Attakkalari Center for Movement Arts, Bangalore, and Dr. Leslie D. Joyens, Fulbright Nehru Senior Scholar in Art, among others. I take immense pride in acknowledging that these engagements have further solidified the creativity identity of Chitravathi, which has now been renamed Chitravathi Center for Creativity, CCC. It brings me joy to know that CCC is widely recognized and referenced in art-related discourses throughout the country today. We streamline and organize our projects to ensure that the artworks created by our students receive the attention it deserves. Their creations were exhibited in prominent art gallery in Kochi near the venues of the Kochi Business Binale, where they participated in workshops too. Institutional visits are also part of our creative engagements, and we took our students to pioneering institutions such as Srishti Manipal Institute of Art, Design and Technology, Bangalore, and National Institute of Design, Bhopal. I am grateful that CCC is an integrated project of Velamal Knowledge Park, VKP, and Velamal Educational Trust, VET, which provide unwavering support for launching unique projects. In line with our vision of expansion, we are delighted to announce the opening of a new center in Anna Nagar with a range of customized art programs. Additionally, we are actively strengthening our projects in other schools too. Furthermore, we are embarking on socially committed programs that transcend the boundaries of art, aligning with our philosophy of integrating art and science today. We have launched a mega project Kudini, which will have a far-reaching impact on the social and educational landscape of our nation. Vellamal Educational Trust has a rich history, is known for its holistic and mindful approach to education. Vellamal Knowledge Park is an integral part of the trust, and its philosophy stems from the inspiring life of Srimati Vellamal, a courageous widow who overcome challenges and instilled resilience and compassion in her children. Established in 1986 by Sri M.V. Muthuramalingam, a civil engineer, the first school under the trust began with a modest setup in Chennai, and rest is history. In conclusion, we extended our heartfelt gratitude to our chairman, Sri M.V.M. Muthuramalingam sir, director Sri M.V.M. Shachikumar sir, academic director Srimati Geetanjali Shachikumar ma'am, creative director and eminent artist Sri Murali Chirot, and every member of the Vellamal Educational Trust, Vellamal Knowledge Park and Chitravathi. It is through their unwavering dedication and relentless effort that the unique identity of our organization has been forged. Before we conclude, it is imperative to emphasize that Chitravathi is not merely represented by the three petals depicted in our logo. Instead, we permeate the fragrance of the flowers, symbolizing the multi-dimensional and holistic approach we embrace. This signifies the boundless potential and promising future of CCC. Once again, we extended our heartfelt appreciation and gratitude to everyone involved in our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. The works of Chitravathi is indeed inspiring. Let's now watch an AV, a testimony that has displayed children's imagination that has taken wings for all these years in our art center. When music and dance create with one accord, their magic captivates both the heart and the mind. We have a team of dancers from Attakkalari Center for Movement Arts, Bangalore, to captivate with their elegant performance. Come on, team, the floor is all yours for the next few minutes.
Ellorkum vanakkam. Good evening, guys. How are you doing? Great? Wonderful. I'm Jayachandran Palaji, Artistic Director of Attakkalari Center for Movement Arts, India's contemporary movement arts premier organization. And how many of you know the word contemporary? Just raise your hand. Contemporary. Who knows the word? Fantastic. Many of you know. That's great. So it means a dance form of our time. And our effort is to think about and research into our own traditions. There are many physical and performance traditions India has got. Bharatanatyam, Kalaripayat, Yoga, Odissi, Kathak, Mohiniyattam, Chow, you name it, many forms. But there is also a contemporary expressions world over, which we call it contemporary dance. Like in literature, we have Mahabharata, Ramayana, many epics, or Silappatikaram, many things like that. But we also have very vibrant contemporary literature, same as cinema. In dance, Attakkalari is trying to do that. So the first piece we are going to do is, a piece called Tekkunnu Vadakkotte. It's from a woman of the so-called lower caste. I don't believe in any caste, but that's so-called. That's why I'm saying that. And it is from a particular performance tradition called Theyyam. It's a ritual performance where this woman is saying to somebody seemingly upper caste, saying, how can I give way to you? Why are you so bothered about this, constructed caste hierarchy? And it is she pointing to him that these are all absurd notions, and it is done in a rather poetic way. It is written in Malayalam and danced by Attakkalari Dance Company. So, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, put your hands together for Attakkalari.
How am I to give way to you?